YouTube, what's good, y'all? It's your boy Justice coming back at y'all with another energy read, another YouTube read. Remember to take what resonates and leave the rest. But off top, we're gonna go ahead and jump into it. Whoever I'm picking up on got an energy that a lot of people from your past don't recognize your energy, or they don't recognize what it is that they're seeing. With good fortune is on its way. They're seeing good things happen in your life, is what I'm getting, and it's making them wonder what happened to all the energy they threw at you, is what I'm getting. With divine union and partnership, there's something about spirit unifying with you, or the Most High kind of literally took you under his wing, is kind of what I'm getting. Literally, that's a channel message for somebody. It's a powerful one. They can never stop the ordinance that God has placed over your life. It's kind of a confirmation for somebody that, you know, you're not what they thought, and I feel like you're pondering or puzzling or troubling people's minds at this time. Because a lot of times people do distorted black magic unconsciously, and this is like an example of that, to the backfires of which, the confusion spells and things like that. They don't know that they're doing that because it's unconscious, and that's what they subjectively really thought at the time. But this is for an energy that I think you got a lot of people dumbfounded at this time with the, like I say, the law of correspondence comes back in. You put a lot of energy into something and something comes out totally different. The energy's got to go back around someplace, right? So there's a sense of odds that you defeated a whole city coming up against you. It's my card for odds, right? There's a sense of odds that somebody has come up against in terms of whether that's opinions, perceptions, narratives, trajectories, life outcomes, or something of that nature that just didn't come to be as negatively expected as other people thought. Everything you lost is returning to you tenfold. So maybe this is coming after a period of losing things or misfortune, or maybe people perceived you. There's some sense of people seeing you or speaking on you in a different light when you were in a different place in your life. With the Five of Swords confirming that, people were not like, I'm getting from this energy, people were dedicated to seeing you stay in that said position where God favors you. There's something about, like in the beginning message, like something wasn't going for that. A higher power, a higher force wasn't going for that for somebody. And I'm getting it very strongly today, which is kind of puzzling me a little bit. Ace of Pentacles followed out. There's some sense of new beginnings that people see you continuously flowing into, or some sense of prosperity that's flowing into your life, or something that signifies some sense of like favor. And when I say favor, it's a generalized word on positive accruance coming into your life that people are frustrated by. You're right on track, and this is a frustrating factor for people that did not want you right on track, did not predict you right on track, did not speak on you as if you're right on track. There's something significant about people's images being corrupted, or by your authenticity. With hidden betrayal, that may be somewhat similar to the title. Hidden betrayals may be significant with, in terms of people's trajectories, in terms of what I was saying, predictions, or something, you know, people perceiving you in a different time in your life is what I'm getting, but seeing you in a different time in your life now in some way. With hidden betrayals, there's maybe for a few of you, you went through betrayals. Maybe you went through grief. Maybe you went through a dark period of your life. With everything you lost is returning back to you tenfold. Maybe you lost something in terms of possessions. Maybe it wasn't just betrayals. Maybe it was some sense of, I don't know. There's something that people are seeing the opposite of. And when I say opposite of, or what they perceive to be the opposite of, meaning that people perceived you to be down and bad or whatever. With the secret crush on you, I think people are watching you in an open eye view, or people are speaking on you in an open way. Because I think people judged you a lot with a short middle energy. People weren't seeing the whole totality of the whole picture. A short meal may actually be significant. With pity parties, a lot of people are lost and confused is literally how I'm getting it. I didn't really know how I was supposed to channel that. I don't know what that means. Lost and confused. Your fate is always in your hands. So somebody took the bull by the horn. And somebody, I'm getting like, almost like people projected your life to go like this, and your life went like that. In a way that maybe people thought you were a little weaker. Maybe people underestimated you. Maybe people thought this happened to this and this, this person's like this. That's kind of what I'm getting, like that kind of gossip energy. Gossip energy is significant. Like, this person's like this person like that. She ain't never gonna get out of that. He ain't never gonna, you know what I mean? Like, whatever that is, or he always gonna be like that. She always gonna be like that. Those that were once laughing at you are now admirers of you now. So there's some sense of a shift being signified in the perception. I think this is an important message for somebody that's going through a time in their life where illuminated shadows may be coming up. And when I say illuminated shadows, I'm meaning that those wounds, with people changing their perceptions about you, and I'm experiencing this firsthand, it can illuminate those parts of you that was affected by the parts of them that is now changed. And what I'm saying with that, it can illuminate what was done to you again, all over again. For some people, these set experiences, these traumatic things, these times in your life, dark periods, take what resonates. But I think this is illuminating for somebody specific, for you to heal it and to be able to forgive it and say, hey, I'm not there anymore. Hey, look how far I've come. Hey, even give that old version of yourself a hug. You don't know energetically what that can do. Forgiving yourself is significant. For some people that made mistakes or coming out of a time where you were judged heavily on choices you made, or, there's something significant on that. But let go of others' projections. They're only illusions of you. And I'm feeling like this is the backfire of that law of correspondence that I was talking about earlier, that people are finding that illusion, so to speak, that they've caught themselves in, because something about you is not what they said. Something about you is not what they perceived. And now what's being triggered is some sense of like fakeness, or people trying to throw that back onto you. Who are you? I'm getting this theme of energy, like Page of Swords. So people that are kind of more restless energy. This is a restless energy because others tried to block God's plan for you. This is why I had such a powerful channeling. Like, God took you under his wing himself. That's kind of like a higher power is taking you. Something was seen in terms of a situation systematically wasn't supposed to play in your favor the way it did, but I think the whole point of it is to show God's hand over everything, right? And this is a significant message for somebody with prying eyes around you. These were once people that were prying on your energy, like in terms of laughter, shame, degrading. I'm getting that type of energy in terms of like enjoying it. Something sinister, sadistic energy that people are now reaping every bit of now. It's a setup. I'm getting it was a setup from. I say this all the time. Sometimes, when you have a special mission, special path, and there's no other way to kind of mold you or push you, the Most High is going to put these things, people in front of you and use them. And it may look like the devil's using them, and we can claim that, but it's all one and the same. So, those beings end up being used as like little punks, basically, to kind of try to punk you. And sometimes they do. You know what I mean? So you don't get punked again. So you don't let that happen. So you step forward a little different. So you kind of step about yourself a little bit different. Sometimes these things happen, and I'm saying this for a reason, because I'm saying this to say, a lot of people can take these people, the oppressors, the resistance point, so to speak, they can take that role a little too serious. And they can feel like they have more power than they do when they're just being used to be a conduit for somebody else's acceleration or evolution is what I was looking for. But of course, unbeknownst to them, right? And how this corresponds is usually when you rise out of that situation, and I'm seeing the same kind of aligned theme for so many different people. When you rise out of that situation, what happens is they're left with everything that they put out towards you, which is going to align them to their own kind of either awakening or their own passionate mission within themselves. And not everybody's going to take that passionate mission, but in terms of ascending, it puts people at a tower moment point in terms of like, you're going to either stagnate to this and be that person that you were to collective or to the viewer, or you're going to ascend and heal and grow and forgive. It gives everybody that moment, and it can be very uncomfortable. So not only for you getting illuminated on these experiences, they are also being illuminated at the same time, which is the trigger point. So it's just a confirmation for somebody with snake energies. I think these were lessons around, who you gave your heart to. A lot of times we learn harsh lessons on who we give our heart to. You're revered by many. A lot of people respect your energy. And it's something about, self-respect that people are seeing you walk in. There's something about people seeing you walk in your own kind of dignity at this time. And there's some sense of dignity that they were trying to take from you before. But face your fears and face the courageous result. People are viewing you as courageous. This is for a few people to, sometimes we have fears of how people view us, and I'm getting that illuminated message. Sometimes I can fear monger us, what somebody said to us, what somebody did to us. We can fear that and put it onto the next person that we are yet to experience. And that's a significant message to heal and forgive. And it's such an easy thing to say. But keep going at it more and more and more, you'll get better at it. So with the Eight of Pentacles, people are seeing you as stepping into new ventures, or people are seeing you in a I think people are seeing depths of you that maybe have not been shown before, or different sides of you. With the Eight of Pentacles, I think that represents multidimensionality. It's usually my master student card, but in this case, I think it's a multidimensionality that, with the page energy that I'm being guided to take, I think people are pondering over these sides to you that they didn't see before, or there's something significant, something's just different. With the Five of Pentacles, people are viewing, this is a self-reflecting time for a lot of people, and not only us, but a lot of people on the other side of that energy, right? I got cross watchers too, to see where they were viewing limited parts of themselves and projecting it outwardly. And it's for us to, with these experiences, lessons, or whatever we dealt with to lead us to this point, whatever those dark times signified, I'm getting a very specified sense of like people. I'm also getting financially, I'm also getting workplace situations, or maybe like domestic situations if you're married, or like kids, like things like that. But look at the densities as opportunities to transmute and transcend. That's what the reflection point is. Where was I limiting myself? Where was I limiting my own worth of self to even be giving so much to situations that played out the way they did, etc. Right? The Chariot energy, there's a sense of specifying on the willpower to move forward, or people are viewing you in a certain willpower to move forward. I think people are acknowledging a certain willpower that you have to move through situations that are distasteful or may not be favorable. We call your power back. Your star energy. So there's a lot of people pulling on your energy because they view you as the Ten of Pentacles and a star energy now. They view you as some sense of, or they're going to view you as that, and they're going to start turning. And they're going to start turning. Like this can be present, this can be future, but I'm also getting like people viewing you in that sense in terms of maybe something you're doing, maybe something that you're trying to do, maybe something you're pursuing. Maybe people don't doubt it no more. Maybe people don't look down on it no more. Maybe people look at it as some sense of, I don't know. I don't want to say that for somebody and give them false hope, you know what I mean? Because it's not like somebody changed their complete viewpoint and started believing in you. I think they started opening their minds to what it is that you're seeking for. With no weapon formed against you will ever prosper. I think people are feeling that translation with you're shifting rapidly. There's something about you shifting out of places that prove narratives of other people wrong. Like I said, there was gossip with the Six of Pentacles energy. There was some sense of overgiving, whether you gave information to people that used it against you, or you gave to people your heart space or whatever, and they just backstabbed you. Some sense of that is being reflected back to people. It's not you, it's your approach to viewing the situation. Empress in reverse. So there's a need to let go of control, letting go of, I'm getting like self-sacrificial energy too. I'm getting that message for somebody. They're fake, cut it off. Don't sacrifice yourself for people that don't genuinely love you. That's a message for somebody. Vampires need your validation to even be a vampire. People may love you, but I'm talking about genuinely love you. Some people don't have the ability to genuinely love you, and they may genuinely love you. That take what resonates. I'm not saying, you know what I'm saying. But the moon energy, to be able to see what's hidden, or people perceive you. I think you're able to perceive what's been hidden in terms of other people around you. That's what I was getting. With the Queen of Swords energy, people are viewing you in this energy as you step into new beginnings, but you're still in this, maybe you may be guarded, maybe you're a little like on point, maybe you don't trust nobody. Maybe there's a sense of you kind of letting ease in terms of the reflections. you know, when you're doing the inner work, those outward reflections will reflect back to you. And that's a message for somebody to kind of allow a sense of trust, or letting love in may be significant for a few people. You know what I mean? Going through, you know, betrayal came up, losing things came up, dark times came up in this reading. So you were underestimated, and they all know it. There's some sense of you just defeating odds and rising to the occasion, and continuously doing so, and knowing that you're worthy of the outward reflection that's going to continuously keep coming at somebody, and that I'm tapping into. As you continue, keep healing and keep doing the inner work, it's going to continuously be reflected back to you. That's why healing is non-linear. It's why healing is never finite. Healing is an ever-going process. So give yourself grace as much as you need to, and try to forgive everybody else as much as you need to, because I see an energy that people really are taking to you differently. And I'm seeing kind of like a forgiveness, remorseful energy that I was getting earlier, I didn't go into, but I'm kind of peeping some remorseful energy. People trying to kind of, I don't know. I'm getting this energy at the end of the video, like they don't know where you're at with them. They don't really know what to say. A lot of people don't know how to apologize to you, or they don't know how to, there's something significant about that. But I think it's just a reflection point that we all go through, or we're meant to go through, in terms of an individualized way, in terms of the spiritual work that it brings up within us, these experiences, or whoever is aligning with this, in terms of the experiences with you, and especially if it's with other people involved, you know, to give your space and give them space for healing and integration is my last message. If you need a personal with me, hit up Shamika-san with a C, and Shamika@gmail.com. Appreciate all likes, comments, shares, and subscribes, and all your super thanks. You don't got to do things like that. And I'm sending y'all off with so much love and ashe. Peace out, y'all.